I bet you didn't know the difference between belief and faith. Have you ever believed something with your mind but felt no change in your heart? Belief can recognize truth, but faith? Faith moves mountains. Let's go deeper. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Wherever you are joining us from, stop and look around you for a moment. What do you believe? Perhaps you believe the sun will rise tomorrow. You believe gravity keeps us grounded. These are beliefs born of experience, of observation, of what we call common sense. But what about something deeper? Something that asks more of us than simple assent to a verifiable fact. Stay with me and watch till the end for the amazing revelation. Today, we're going to venture into a distinction often overlooked, yet foundational to countless lives throughout history, the difference between belief and faith. And we're going to do it by diving into the oldest, most impactful book ever written, the Bible. For many, the words faith and belief are interchangeable. You believe in God, therefore you have faith. Simple, right? But the ancient world, the world that birthed the Bible, saw these concepts through a far more nuanced lens. Let's go back to the Hebrew word often translated as believe or faith aman. In its deepest root, aman doesn't just mean to intellectually affirm a truth. It speaks of firmness, of reliability, of something you can lean your entire weight upon. It's where we get our word amen, so let it be. It is firm. It is true. Consider Abraham. He's arguably the father of faith. Genesis 15 verse 6 tells us, Abraham believed the Lord, and he credited it to him as righteousness. Now, what exactly did Abraham believe? He believed God's promise that he, an old man with an old wife, would have descendants as numerous as the stars. Was this a simple intellectual assent? Okay, God, I'll take your word for it. Sounds plausible. No. Abraham's belief wasn't passive. It was active. It was a commitment that required him to pack up everything, leave his homeland, and journey to a place he didn't know. It required him to wait for decades for the fulfillment of that promise. This wasn't just belief in God in the modern sense. This was belief into God, a leaning into, a reliance upon, a trust that transformed his actions. Ancient Near Eastern studies illuminate this. In the covenants common in Abraham's time, trust or belief wasn't merely about agreement to terms. It was about fidelity to the covenant partner. To believe the king meant to align your entire life with his decrees, to be utterly reliable in your service. Abraham's Aman was a complete reorientation of his life around God's promise. Now let's fast forward to the New Testament, to the Greek word pistis, often translated as faith. Again, the nuance is critical. We often hear, believe in Jesus Christ and you will be saved. Many interpret this as just intellectually acknowledge that Jesus existed and performed miracles, and you're good. But look at James chapter 2, verse 19. It's a verse that jolts us awake. You believe that there is one God. Good. Even the demons believe that and shudder. Did you catch that? Even the demons believe. They have perfect theological understanding. They know God exists. They know Jesus is the Son of God. They even shudder. They have an emotional reaction. But do they have faith? No. Because their belief, however accurate, doesn't lead to obedience, to trust, to a transformation of their will. Their belief is a purely intellectual, even fearful acknowledgement. Faith, then, is something more. It's not just intellectual assent. It's not even just emotional agreement. It's a radical act of trust, a surrender of control, a willingness to act on what you believe, even when it defies logic or common sense. Think of Peter walking on water in Matthew 14. He believed Jesus could enable him to do it. But then, when he saw the wind, he doubted and began to sink. His initial belief was there, but his faith wavered. He wasn't fully leaning into Jesus' command. Or consider the woman with the issue of blood in Mark 5. She believed if she could just touch Jesus' cloak, she would be healed. And what did she do? She acted on that belief. She pushed through the crowd, she reached out, and she was healed. Her belief wasn't static. It propelled her into action. That was faith. If this is stirring something in you, pause for a second. Comment, "I choose faith," if you're ready to go beyond belief. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Your support helps us reach more souls. Now let's examine this topic from an ancient perspective, particularly in the Hellenistic world where the New Testament was written. Pistis carried the weight of allegiance. To have pistis in a king or a god wasn't just to intellectually affirm their existence or power, but to pledge your loyalty, to commit your life to their service, to be reliable and trustworthy to them. So when the Bible speaks of faith in Jesus Christ, it's not merely asking for a head nod to a historical figure. It's inviting us into a profound relationship of trust, loyalty, and active obedience. It's asking us to put our weight down entirely on His promises and His character, even when the path is unclear, even when the outcome seems impossible. So, as we conclude, I invite you to consider, what is the nature of your belief? Is it merely intellectual agreement like the demons? Or is it a living, active faith like Abraham's? A trust that compels you to step out, to wait, to act, to lean fully into the promises of God? The distinction between belief and faith is not just theological hair-splitting. It's a call to a deeper, more transformative relationship, one that moves beyond mere head knowledge and into the realm of radical trust and life-altering commitment. So, where do you stand today? Belief or faith? Drop your answer in the comments and watch our next video, The Fruit of the Spirit Explained. Thank you for watching. Please like this video. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications to stay rooted in truth and grow in faith.